Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm losing my will to live managing this football team. It's happened again. It's happened again. It's just happened again. I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to have to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it. Look, it's not like I'm taking Leeds down to the championship, is it? No, saying that, no, I would be if the bottom three would actually pull their fingers out and actually do something. In the last episode, we took on West Ham United away from home, and despite being positive and making some new signings, which I thought would help the team, we got battered by 5-1. All of West Ham's goals, by the way, coming in the second half when we were 0-0 at half-time. It was a truly spectacular collapse after the half-time break, and I thought, you know, it can't really get worse than that, and once again it did, but it didn't, and then it did. Following that game against West Ham, we took on Brighton & Hove Albion in the FA Cup, and we beat them on penalties. Steve Mounier scoring the winning penalty in the shootout, which was of great delight to me. And then in the FA Cup quarter-final draw, we got given Manchester City away. Well, I might as well stock up on the Vaseline now, because it's not going to be a pretty sight after those 90 minutes are up. We returned to the league following that match, and Matthias Klick gave us a 2-0 lead with 30 minutes left on the clock against Wolves at home. But then in the last 15 minutes of the game, we managed to concede twice and then draw 2-2. And then the last game we played was against Manchester United at Old Trafford, and I tried to park the bus and it backfired. We were 4-0 down at half-time. We lost by 6-0 by the end of it. Even Alvaro Morata scored against me. Alvaro Morata. How much worse can this season get? Like, I don't know what to do anymore. I honestly don't know what to do anymore. And as someone that doesn't really speak to that many goals, I think speaking to a goal is a lot easier than managing Leeds United. Now, I did get my monthly managerial performance review. I've gone down to a D, which obviously is very disappointing. And I mean, it's probably deserved actually. But, you know, the board are apparently happy with the results we're getting on the pitch.
Maybe someone's don't like me, but because maybe I'm too good.
We've lost 5-1 to West Ham and 6-0 to Manchester United in recent weeks. I don't know where the satisfaction comes from that. Are the board watching the same games that I'm having to manage? The Stadbrest manager also came to me and said that he's not happy with the amount of minutes that Steve Mounier is getting. I mean, I'm not really sure what he's on about because Steve Mounier has been injured for the last 3 months. I haven't been able to play him. He keeps getting a cold as well. Like, how am I meant to get him into the team? Oh, that's right. I'll play a player with the flu, and he'll just give the flu to all the rest of my players, and then I've got no first team players going into my next game after that. Although, to be honest, if I don't send out a team for one of our league games and we get the 3-0 defeat, that's actually a better result than if I sent out a first 11. There we go. Christopher Proud always looking for the small wins. Twitter was also very pleased after our penalty shootout win against Brighton in the FA Cup. Obviously, Jed said that there was only one winner when it came to penalties. I mean, that is a complete utter lie because Brighton could have easily won it as well. And then Sienna was a little bit more pessimistic on social media because she said that we shouldn't have won it. Brighton missed their penalty and we scored all of ours, so why shouldn't we have won it? I'm just going to sit here and wait for Sienna to reply to that comment, although she is a female, so she will most likely leave me undelivered or read. One of my scouts also gave me the weekly loan roundup and said that Rasmus Christensen did a creative masterclass. He got an assist in the game. We have really lowered expectations at the club if that is considered a creative masterclass. They also moved forward our game against Manchester City on TV, so that's even more embarrassing because not only do you get to watch me get battered, but the entire country also does as well. Can't wait for the highlights to be uploaded to an unnamed adult website after the match as well. And as I mentioned in the intro, it happened again. We got another board meeting after our 6-0 defeat against Manchester United. But this time I wasn't going to ask for a month in the job anymore. I wanted to see how many points they would want me to get in the next 5 games. The chairman then came back to me and said he wants me to get 8 points from the next 5 matches. Those matches also include Chelsea and Liverpool. You know what, Andrea? You might as well just send me the P45 now. It's over, mate. And I think we're setting unprecedented levels because I'm 100% sure in one season of attempting not to get sacked, I have not been threatened with a sack twice in a season.
I am the best in the world at what I do.
I did say to you, this Leeds team is probably one of the hardest I'm ever going to manage. And also, to make matters worse, that Manchester United defeat was now the 6th game in a row that we haven't won a game. And we're going into an FA Cup quarter-final against the runaway league leaders. I mean, what is the biggest miracle ever to be recorded in history? Because I think we may need to better it if we're going to get a result here. Now, we go into our game against Manchester City, and this is the first 11 that I've picked to get absolutely slaughtered for 90 minutes against the league leaders. Ilian Meslier keeps his place in goal. He's been my best player this season. It's really depressing that that is the stat I have to go with. Junior Firpo will be playing at left back with Stuart Dallas playing at right back, and Robin Koch and Liam Cooper will be our 2 centre backs. Mark Rocker will play as the sole defensive midfielder behind Ryan Gravenberch and Matthias Klick, who play as our 2 central midfielders. And with any chance of beating Manchester City away from home, I've picked the fastest 3 players we have at my disposal. So Jack Harrison will play on the left, Rafinha will play on the right, and Daniel James will play as the sole striker. And that is Daniel James, who's got 6 goals this season. That is double the amount of the second best player. That is even more depressing. Honestly, I don't know why I picked this game. I went to check Manchester City's fixtures because I didn't know who they'd played in the FA Cup, and they beat Preston North End and QPR in the 3rd and 4th round. They played Norwich in the 5th round, were 2-0 down with 15 minutes left, somehow came back to draw 2-2 and then beat Norwich in extra time. Oh, hell no! Man, this game just could not make it easy for me, could it? Yes, it's an FA Cup quarter-final. Yes, it's a chance for us to get to Wembley in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Yes, it gives us a break from the league, which I'm absolutely shit at the moment. But we are playing the league leaders. They have thrashed me twice this season, and I've got absolutely no chance of getting through this match. Forever the optimist. Also, the only way we're going to beat Manchester City is if we take them to a penalty shootout. I mean, that's easier said than done. Like, first of all, you want me to hold them for 120 minutes, and then second of all, you want me to beat them on penalties. It's fine though, it's fine. Anything can happen in 90 minutes. Anything can happen. Like, we could easily get a 1-0 win here. We could easily beat them 2-1. We could get beaten 8-0. Anything is possible. And even though they've annoyed me all season, like, I've got to have faith in the boys. I have to have faith in them. They are going to make me proud. And by proud, I mean actually conceding within 2 minutes of the start of the match. Yep, of course, it's Erling Haaland as well. Like, he loves stat padding against these small teams in the Premier League. But even though we were 1-0 down so early into the match, it didn't seem to affect my team at all when we got our first attack together. And Daniel James laid the ball off of Ryan Gravenberch to hit this shot from 25 yards, which just flew over the bar. And I thought I was into the top corner. I'll tell you what, if that went in, we're all on the pitch. We were doing quite well against Manchester City, and I thought our best way of counter-attacking them was that Meslier would start playing long balls. As I came out of the tactics screen, Raheem Sterling found himself through a goal and made it 2-0. Nice. A few moments later, Phil Foden then slipped the ball through for Raheem Sterling, but he forced a good save from Meslier. Now, I have to give a shout out to Ilya Meslier because he's been absolutely fantastic for me this season. Has barely made a mistake. That was until the 3rd Man City goal where he flapped at the corner and then Haaland fired it into the back of the net. Now, chances for us were few and far in between, but we did get one as Jack Harrison got down the left-hand side, put the ball into the box, and Rafinha somehow managed to hit the goalkeeper from 5 yards out. And then Mark Rocker then played in Daniel James and he got through and goal but could only find the goalkeeper once again. City weren't done yet though, and they did get another highlight, and De Bruyne got the ball on the edge of the box but fired it over the bar, and that was when my computer then ran out of space and it stopped the recording. Well done, Proudy, as professional as ever.
Could you not be yourself for 5 minutes?
But if you wanted to know what happened for the rest of the game, we did get a couple of highlights. We didn't score. De Bruyne then scored on the break. We lost 4-0 and we're out of the FA Cup. And now we'll return our focus to the Premier League, and we do need to get 8 points from the next 5 games. We do take on, I think it's Brentford away, Bournemouth at home, Nottingham Forest at home, and then Chelsea and Liverpool. So the fact we got 3 winnable games before the Chelsea and Liverpool game makes it even more astounding that they only gave me a points target of 8 points. In before I lose to Brentford at the start of the next episode.